Good morning, everyone. It's Crafts with Katie time. It's time to get your crafting supplies out and join me for our craft today. We have a really great craft today. It's a lot of fun. It's a puppet, and it is a giant Asian hornet. Now, these guys have been in the press a lot lately, but they are pretty cool animals and they're important to our ecosystems. So we're making a big, giant Asian hornet puppet. Okay, so again, these directions are always on our website, tulsazoo.org/kids, and you can find them there, print them out if you need them, or just use them on the site. And this is an example of what we're doing. So this week at Zoo School, we're all about Asia and Asian animals and things. So we are making this Asian giant hornet found in Japan, right? They also go by another name, but we're gonna call them their real name, right? Okay, so Asian giant hornet, here we go. All right, so this is a puppet. See? Okay, so let's get started. There's not a lot of materials for this craft. It's really quite simple, really things that most crafters would have, or most people with kids. So we need a paper bag, and this is the base of our puppet. We need some construction paper, specifically in white, black, and orange. So 3 colors. All right, my stuff's falling out everywhere. And we need some glue, of course. I have a glue stick. I also have some backup glue because we know my luck with glue. So got a glue stick, and we have the liquid school glue. And then of course, we need some scissors, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Now to get started, we have to take our paper bag, and I don't know if you've ever made a puppet out of a paper bag before, but it's really simple. It's a great base. This is the bottom of the bag, and this is the top of the bag. So if you were packing lunch, you would open it like this, you know, set it in, put all your stuff in. But since we're making it a puppet, this is actually, the bottom of the bag is gonna be the top of the puppet, okay? And the part that goes like this, that's the mouth of the puppet. So if I stick my hand in, looks just like Kermit, doesn't it? Just kidding. All right, so to get started, we want to lay this guy in front of us. We want the bottom of the bag up with that flap up, laying out in front of us, okay? So that's the bottom of the bag is the head of our giant hornet, okay? All right, so then we're gonna cover the entire thing with some orange paper. Now to do this, just kind of lay it on top, kind of give it a little measure. Gonna cut it just give it a little cut. I made a little cut. This is how wide the bag is. So I just made a little mark with my scissors, and then I'll just fold it. So then I have a crease, and now I have that crease. Open it back up, and I'll just cut on that line, and I'll know that that will fit the width of my bag. So this is the strip I made. This is my bag. It fits right on top. Okay. Now you do want to cut where the mouth is going to be. So you're going to make a little square so you can open his mouth. If you just taped this on, you wouldn't be able to open his mouth. So you're just going to cut it back, measure it, cut it. So now I have this piece, and I have this piece. Okay, now this piece is a little bit long, but I can trim that afterwards. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue these on, and then I'll trim the excess off the bottom. All right, so I'm gonna add my glue. Glue sticks are not my favorite. I don't know why. Okay, put that right on top. So now our head is covered. And then we're going to do the bottom. Now I like to go like, just like, maybe like a 1/4 inch into the mouth, just so there's full coverage. Everything looks nice and neat and even, so there's no gappage. Gappage, that's the technical term, right there. So I covered the whole thing, and you'll notice if I turn it over, there's a little excess on the bottom, and that's just when you can take your scissors and cut it off. Easy as pie, if pie's easy. I'm not sure how easy pie is. Pie, for me, very difficult to make, but to eat it, different story. Okay, so now we are going to make the eyes, okay? Eyes are fairly easy. We're gonna take a piece of black construction paper. We're gonna give it a little fold. We don't need to fold it in half because it's not gonna be that big. We're gonna give it a little fold so we have this, and we're gonna kind of cut a half circle out. Like so. And this is a little bit too big. I made it too big, but that's fine because it's paper and I can trim it. So I'm just gonna trim it down a little bit so it fits. And remember, I folded it in half before I started cutting. So now, if I open it, I have 2. So then I'm going to glue them right on my project, like this, okay? I'm gonna try to do this upside down, but I don't know how it's gonna work. Okay, so I'm gonna glue that eye on. Can you guys see that? And then glue this one on. And I see Jessica. Hi, Jessica. Jessica said good morning. Good morning, if you're still here. So, all right. Usually my eyes aren't good enough to see that, but I can see that today. Okay, so now we've got our eyes, and we're gonna move on, and we are going to make our antenna, okay? Now the Hornet's antennas have a little bit of orange, and then they turn into the blackish brown color. So we're gonna start out with some orange, and this is the trimming that I did when I did the body. So you don't need a new piece, you can just use the same piece. And I'm gonna fold it in half. And on my example here, this is what they look like. So I'm gonna make some ovals. And remember, I like to fold it in half because then you don't have to cut 2. You can just cut the same one, and you have 2 identical ones. So we're just gonna cut some ovals. Now I have a little bit of a flat edge. That's where I'm going to attach the long skinny part of the antenna. Okay, so I have 2 of these. Just cut 2. I'm gonna lay those down for a second, and then I'm gonna get the piece of black. Again, this is the piece that I used before. I'm gonna use that same fold for the where I did the eye, and I'm gonna do 2 kind of long, skinny pieces. Now, I know in past videos I've talked about this before. I am just a go, not drawer. I just cut, and that's just the way that works for me. If you need to draw these things on before you start cutting it, do it, okay? So whatever's easiest for you. If you need to draw it out and then cut the line, if that's your process, that works for me. It usually just works if I just cut it. So I just go for it. So you wanna glue your I'm sorry, I didn't show you these. Long skinny pieces onto your ovals, like so. Bring these back so you can see them. There we go. Glue that on. And now I have 2 antennae. They kind of look like very skinny chicken wings, right? Okay, so I'm going to actually put some glue on. So this is the front side, this is the back side. You can see that overlap there. So I'm gonna put some glue right down here, and we're gonna glue them to the back side of our, I just did it wrong. Okay, we're gonna do it on the back side of our Hornet. And the way I made these is, they are kind of, I think I like them angled out, so we're gonna do it that way. Stick that on top. There are our antenna. Yay! Next, we are going to move on, and we are going to do our mouth parts. Yeah, they've got these like, I guess it's like this way. Yep, these mouth parts that kind of look, they're pretty frightening, actually. If I saw this guy, I'm allergic to wasps and hornets, and so I try to stay away from them, you know. So I'm going to fold my black piece in half, and I'm going to make some mouth parts. Now you can make your mouth parts as big or as small as you want. I'm going to kind of make them a medium size, maybe a little bit smaller than the mouth parts I made on my original guy. They were really quite big, so maybe just a little bit smaller. And your mouth parts can look whatever you want. It's your craft. You do what you want, right? So my mouth parts, and I'm going to glue them. If you open the mouth just slightly, I'm going to glue them right on the inside of that. So when I move the mouth, they'll move too. So add some glue to that. Add some glue to that. And then just stick it in like so. That looks like like a monster from one of those old bee horror movies. I don't know which one, but that's what it reminds me of. All right, so next you have to, of course, make legs for your guy or girl. It could be a female, I'm not sure what you're making. Again, your craft, you decide. So I am going to go ahead and fold my paper a couple times. So insects, this is an insect, right? So how many legs do insects have? All insects have 6 legs. That's part about being an insect, right? You have to have 6 legs. So I'm going to fold this. I fold it once, I would have 2, right? Fold it again, I'm going to have 3. And then, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to be tricky, and I'm going to fold it this way. So now, 3 plus 3 is 6, right? So I'm going to have 6 legs. So I'm just going to cut my legs out. And cut that off. Now I have 6 legs. And I'm going to glue those on. And I'm going to glue them to the back side of the project. 1 spot, 2 spot, 3 spot, 4, 5, 6. So 6 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 legs on there. So this is what we're looking like right now. Did I put the stripe? No. Okay. So I'm going to do the wings first, and then we're going to do the stripes on the body, okay? So our wings, I have these half sheets of white. You can use a full sheet and cut it in, fold it in half to make your wings, but I'm just going to hold these 2 half sheets together, and we're going to cut our wings out, okay? All right. I like big wings. So, simple shape for our wings. Just like so. Okay, and again, we're going to glue these to the back side of our project. These wings look a lot different than the wing, well, not too much different than the ones I made before. So these are kind of big, so you will need a little more glue than you used for the legs. You're going to glue these guys on, like this. Okay. So what you want to do is, just like we did in the beginning, we want to measure our black piece of paper against our hornet's body. So I'm going to hold the black paper up, and then I'm just going to put a little cut and mark the width of it, and then I'll just cut down. So this is the width of my body, and then I'm just going to cut horizontally across to make some stripes. Okay,
And you can put as many stripes or as few stripes on your Hornet as you'd like. I think I'm gonna do 4 stripes. So I'm gonna take my stripes here and my glue. Ooh, it's very gluey. My glue stick is very gluey. I think I've gotten it everywhere. I think I'm at the end of my glue stick. But you know, I have learned from my mistakes with the glue that I brought back up. So, don't worry, I will have enough glue to complete my project. All right, so we're gonna glue on our stripes. I might actually only need 3 stripes. That's okay. Made them a little bit thick. So I'm gonna do 3 stripes on my Hornet. All right, now my Hornet is almost complete. Ooh, that just moved. Sorry, Hornet. Okay, so my Hornet is almost complete, but I'm missing one thing. The stinger, right? The stinger. So I'm gonna make a stinger. These guys, they're stingers. I was reading about them the other day. Their stingers are like 1/4 of an inch long. That's really long for a Hornet. So that's, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna make the stinger, and the stinger is just gonna be a triangle shape. There we go, just like this. All right, and you're gonna glue it on his bottom. Now, on my example, I kind of did it to the side a little bit, so like when he's flying along, you see his little stinger there. This one, I think I might just put it right in the center. Again, it's your craft. If you want to do something a little bit different, go ahead. All right, there's no rules here. All right, so I'm going to glue that on. And there we go. There is our Asian giant Hornet puppet. Okay, so then how do you work it? You just stick your hand inside here. Hello, I like to fly around and pollinate things. Yay! Okay, so there is our Hornet. I'm really glad that you joined me the second time. The first time we cut out, but we will figure that out and we will get this video posted. So if you have friends that are not able to view Facebook, you can always tell them that they can go to our website, tulsazoo.org/kids, and all of our videos are posted there, and they are linked so you can watch them even if you don't have Facebook. And then this video, we will figure out what we need to do to get it fixed up. We might have to refilm it, and then we'll put the new video up there on our website. And then don't forget, we do have Meet a Friend Friday tomorrow at 10. That will be live with Miss Kaylin, and she will present, I don't know what animal. I might know, but I'm not telling you. So you'll have to wait until tomorrow. And I hope you enjoyed our Asia week of Asian animals. Have a great day. Bye, guys.